Hey guys, Narayan this side, and I welcome all the viewers in this video once again and my YouTube channel as well. So guys, in this video let me continue with the rest of part rest of part of lesson 7. By technical issues I was not able to continue with that in my previous video, so I will be completing the rest of part in this video. So if you find it is helpful, please don't forget to subscribe my channel, comment on this video, share this video and like this video. So guys, here is my URL, YouTube URL, YouTube channel URL, and this is my blog. So same thing you can find from there also. And let me begin with this because I was continuing in the previous video, but it got disconnected. So the next one is, guys, I spoke about, spoke till telnet in my previous video, and now the next one is network time protocol, which is also known as NTP. So what is the role of this? So the network time protocol is an internet standard protocol that synchronizes the clock times of computers in the network. So all systems should be having the same time, so it will synchronize that in your domain, and the synchronization is done to the millisecond against US Nubble. This is observatory master clock. So we have one Nebel observatory master clock, and which is on US, so it should match that. And if we talk about more in this, so this is what I'm talking about. So little bit let me understand it. NTP runs continuously in the background on computer. Okay, it is sends periodic time request to server to obtain the server time stamp, and then adjusts the client clock based on the server time. So we should always enable this on a network or a server, so that the rest of computer should be communicating properly and synchronizing the time, and there should not be time mismatch. So for example, this is your master clock. Here it is showing 9, 21, 14, 23. So this is hour, this is minutes, this is second, and this is milliseconds. Okay, so for example, this is your NTP server, then it should synchronize the same timing with your rest of computers. That is known as NTP protocol, and it is done by NTP protocol only. So we have to enable this, we need to run this. And master clock, the master clock time clocks are located in Washington DC and Colorado Springs. Okay, so next one is, guys, simple mail transfer protocol, which is also known as SMTP. So in this, TCP IP has two services that operate in the application layer of the OSI model and support the sending and receiving mail. So SMTP transport protocol and post office version 3. Okay, post office protocol version 3. So these are the very important and very crucial role which runs on application layer of the OSI reference model. So if we talk about the SMTP little bit more, simple mail transfer protocol is used to send emails from a client to server or between client to server. It uses a store and forward process. In SMTP, the sender starts the transfer, and SMTP can store messages until the receiving device comes online. So if we want to send email from your system, then SMTP configuration should be done properly. At that point, it contact the device and hands off the message. If all devices are online, the message is sent quickly. Okay, so I will show you what does it mean. For example, this is email server, and now this is your client. You are working here and you are sending an email, so it will send to your email server, and that email server will send to that particular destination where you want to send. So this is done by SMTP, and the default port for SMTP is 25. Now if we talk about POP 3, which is post office protocol version 3, is a protocol used to retrieve emails from the mail server or mailbox or mail servers. So we have to receive mail also. For that, POP configuration is required, and with POP the email messages wait in the mailbox on the server until the client receives them. Okay, until we don't retrieve, it will remain on that mail server. The client start the transfer on a schedule, on a status schedule, or can transfer messages manually. Once the messages are retrieved and downloaded to the client, they are generally deleted from the server unless the client configure option to leave a message on server, one copy. So the meaning is very simple, guys. Here the client then work with the email message locally. So meaning is very simple. This is your email server, okay, and you are retrieving those emails from that server. So once it is downloaded to your computer, it will be deleted from here. But if you have certain settings, you can enable to leave one copy of your email on the server. So this pop enables this information, okay. So if I tell you here, okay, I am not telling you here, it is very simple to understand. This is what pop is all about, and the port number is 110 for this. Now guys, we have one more similar internet mail access protocol, which is also known as IMAP 4. So IMAP 4 is a older version of pop. So in this, what happens, same function, it is also used to retrieve the emails from the web, but once that message or that email is downloaded to your client system or your node, that message will be deleted from the server. So this was, you can say, one disadvantage of using this pop. So to avoid this and to figure out this problem from IMAP, pop was developed, okay, and pop is the updated version of IMAP 4. So this is the difference between IMAP and pop. So IMAP port is 143. So you can see here, this is your mail server, and it is once your mail is delivered to this client, it will be delivered and deleted from here. But in pop, we can configure to leave one copy on server. Now next protocol is, guys, NN transfer protocol or network news protocol. So what does it mean? So NN, or you can say the network news protocol transfer protocol, is a protocol used to post and retrieve messages from the worldwide bulletin board system called USENET. So it is kept on somewhere and it is available worldwide. It contains 14,000 forums called news group on just about every imaginable topic, okay. With NNTP, posting to news group are stored in the database, and individual user called subscribers select only those items they wish to read. And this is what I'm talking about. This is it is basically NNTP protocol, and this is called your USENET. All that news will be stored here, okay, and subscriber can access those news. Now let me move to Hypertext Protocol, which is known as STTP. So guys, Hypertext Protocol or Hyper Transfer Protocol, which is also known as STTP, is the TCP IP service that enable a client to connect and interact with websites. So basically, if you are accessing or interacting with any website, it is happening with the help of, or the STTP is helping in this. It defines how messages are formatted and transmitted, as well as what action web server and client browser should take in response to different commands. If you are giving any command to your web browser, how it has to behave, okay. HTTP is a stateful protocol. Each command is executed independently for any prior commands. HTTP supports persistent connection to web resources to reduce connection time, as well as pipelining and buffering to help in the transfer process. So let me show you. This is what I'm talking about. For example, I have one web client. This my system is a web client, and this is web server. I'm accessing Google or something like that. So I need to put that particular first of all here Google or Google name or something like that. Before that, I need to put like HTTPS, or you can see this Gmail itself. So it will give you HTTPS, but I'm talking about HTTP. So HTTPS was developed earlier. HTTPS is more secure. So this is how we have to. Now what I'm putting here, I'm putting Google. So that web server is giving me access of Google or Gmail. So this is how we put the command and we get the response accordingly with this HTTP. Now HTML. So the another main standard that controls how the worldwide WW works is Hypertext Markup Language, HTML, which covers how web pages are formatted. So this web page, how it will reflect to me, it is covered or supported by or the help or whatever is required for that, this HTML will provide for that. Now next one is guys HTTPS. So HTTP is more secure as compared to HTTP. And if we talk about HTTP, so the port number is 80, and if we talk about HTTPS, it is 443. So Hypertext Transfer Protocol secure is a secure version of HTTP that supports web commerce by providing secure connection between web browser and servers. So if you see here this Gmail itself or any website, it is showing HTTPS. So it is more secure as compared to HTTP, and it is using port number 443. HTTP uses socket layer SSL for security control to encrypt the data. Not all web browser and servers support HTTPS, so it is not. I mean, there are certain web browsers and servers that don't support HTTPS. Still, they support HTTP. So this is what I'm talking about. This is HTTPS, like www.everythingcoffee for coffee.com or google.com. Okay, and this is SSL used by this server, and HTTPS connection, secure connection, while this I'm accessing that web browser or that particular site on my system. So that connection will be very secure. Next topic guys of 7th chapter is TCP IP Interoperability Service. So in this the TCP IP protocol suites include services with the purpose of providing interoperability between system, both similar or dissimilar. In this topic we will understand. So Line Printer Remote and Line Printer Daemon LPD. Okay, for example, these are the we have different thing here, but they should be communicated with each other. So for that, what will happen here is, for example, this is your Line Printer Remote, okay, and this is your LPD. So Line Printer Remote, LPR, and Line Printer Daemon can be used with TCP IP for networking printing. So these are the network printers available for network printing and all. This LPR client sends print request to the IP address of the LPD printer server, and it will process that request accordingly. Now network file system, NFS. Okay, so what is NFS or network file system? So network file system is a client server application that enables users to access shared file stored on different type of computer and work with those files as if they were stored locally. So the meaning is very simple. I have one computer here and I'm working at this computer. Certain files are kept here and I'm accessing those files here and feeling like those files are kept on my this system. That is known as network file system. For example, these are shared. I shared couple of information here. I mean, this system, this is Unix and this is Windows, and I'm working here, so I can access those information and work here. That is known as network file system. Now one more topic is secure cell, which is also known as SSH. So what does it mean and how to use it, and we will see. So secure cell is a program that enables a user or application to log on to another computer over a network, execute command and manage files. It provides a strong authentication methods and secure communication over the secure channel. So the meaning is very simple guys here. To take remote, okay, to access any other device remotely, that is known as, I mean, you can use secure cell. For example, this is my server and I want to take remote here, okay, so I can use SSH cell, and for that I will have to create one session, or I mean that from where I'm accessing and that remote or that remote device, in between both there should be one session, and for that we need to have one password and username, then only we can take the control of that system or device. Next one is guys secure copy protocol, SCP. What does it mean? So secure copy protocol uses SSH to securely transfer files between local and remote host, or between two remote hosts. So again, it is a mechanism or service or protocol to use to transfer files. SCP can also be implemented as a command line utility that uses either the SCP protocol or the SFTP protocol to perform secure copying. So the meaning is very simple here again. This is what certain data is kept here, and we can use SCP or SSH to access those data or copy that data. Next one is, guys, server message block. So what do you mean by server message block? So server message block is a protocol used for sharing resources such as file, printers, and serial ports between computers. Okay. In TCP/IP network, NetBEUI clients such as Windows system, NetBEUI over TCP/IP to connect servers, and then issue SMB commands to complete the task. We can use SMB, and SMB protocol should be supported properly. And Samba. So this is what I'm talking about here. NetBEUI system you have here, and this is TCP/IP or IPX, SPX, NetBEUI, and certain files, printers, and all kept here, and they should be accessible to all the users or all the, I mean, if you want to access those things. So Samba, although the SMB is primarily used in Microsoft network, there are products that use SMB to enable file sharing resources, different operating systems. So Samba is basically supported in Unix and Linux operating system for file sharing and all. Next one is, guys, lightweight directory access protocol, which is also known as LDAP. So lightweight directory access protocol is a protocol that defines how a client can access information, perform operation, and share directory data on directory server. It was designed for use specifically over TCP/IP network and on the internet in particularly. So this is LDAP. For example, here I will tell you, this is my LDAP server. Okay, in most, let me talk a little bit more about it. In most implementations, LDAP relies on the DNS service. DNS enables client to find the server that hosts the LDAP directory. Okay, and then LDAP server enable client to find directory objects. So this is my LDAP server, this is my DNS server, and this is my LDAP DNS client. So it will help to find out, DNS will help to find out LDAP, and LDAP will help to find out directory. Next one is, guys, next protocol is simple network management protocol. So what does it mean? Simple network management protocol is an application layer service used to collect information from network devices for diagnostic and maintenance purpose. Okay, and it can be it includes two components. One is management system and agent software. So let me show you what does it mean. So this is what we have here. This is management system. Okay, SNMP management system, and this is server and one agent here, you can say, and this is router, and this is printer. So what will happen here, which is installed on the network devices such as router, that agent can be installed here also on router, switches, printers, and all. So the SNMP manager can then notify an administrator of problem, run a corrective program or a script, store the information for later review, and also that agent will provide all the information to that particular SNMP management or that manager. This is the problem with this device, and this is the solution, and this can be done like that. Next one is, guys, Zeroconf, and which is also known as zero configuration networking. So what does it mean? Zero configuration networking is a proposed set of standards that provide for automatic configuration and IP address allocation on both Ethernet and wireless network. So if we talk about little more, Zeroconf network can exist without central or configuration device such as DHCP or DNS, and Zeroconf protocol can use configuration information if it is available but do not require it. And there are certain functions here. Zeroconf technology network must include methods for 4 functions. First one is network layer address assignment. Why we can use Zeroconf? and automatic address assignment by multicasting, translation between network name and network addresses, and location or discovery of network devices by name and protocol. So these are these four situations when we can use this zero configuration technology. So guys, thanks for watching for this video. In this video this much only, and please comment on this video, like this video, share this video, and subscribe my channel so that you can get the updated videos also. And in next chapter I will be talking about, which is my lesson 8, other network protocols. Okay, so in that I will be covering couple of topic like topic A, NetBEUI protocols and all. So I will be talking one by one, like IPX, SPX, AppleTalk protocol, and IP version 6 implementation and all. So if you subscribe, you will be connected to my channel and you will be notifying with all the updates. So till then, bye bye.